for the late start there. That was work which came in the way. There's nothing I can do. Unfortunately, I had to take that call. It's just a way of things. Right, sorry for the delay. Good evening and welcome back to round 7 and 8 of the GT87 Cup, brought to you by Full Throttle Racing. We're at Spa, if you've not noticed already, and the race has already kicked off because they can't wait for me. I'll take far too bloody long, that's why. So let's get on board, and it is at the moment being led, or was being led, hold on, it is being led. What's going on here? Everything's back to front. Are we in qualifying? I think we're in qualifying still. Let's have a look. I do believe so. We're still in qualifying for the time being. So we've not missed too much. Right, in that case, let's catch back up with the standings from last week. So in first place we have Ethan Graham, who is currently, as we can see, in first place with the qualifying. Second we have Katinaz. Third is Xavier McIntosh. Fourth is John Thompson. Fifth Adam Piper. Sixth Showler. 7th Liam New, 8th Ashley Sharp, 9th Wayne Rooney, who I don't know is with us tonight, but will have to serve a one race ban after some actions from last week. So if he does join us, he will be able to partake in race 2 in theory, race 8 tonight. Then Leon Walsh 29 points, Hogan with 28, Van Til with 18, and our new joiner last week is Clements or Rusty GT UK with 16. Let's get back on with the qualifying and see how everything is getting on. And it is all over and done with. Let's see those timings. There we go. That is Xavier McIntosh. Oh, my days, my life, things are just not going my way. So qualifying has ended. Race will start. Let me see anything in regards to race settings. No, okay, it's going to kick me out and I've got to go back in the spectate this way. Fine. In first place it is Xavier McIntosh, followed by John Thompson, then Ethan Graham, Rob Showler 4th, Katinaz 5th, Liam New 6th, Adam Piper 7th, Ashley Sharp 8th, Chris Clements in 9th, and then Leon Walsh in 10th, and off they go. And I'm going to run out of breath already. 20 minutes round the track, which I love the most at Spa, as they all turn into Le One or the ones, and there's someone sideways already. I don't know who that was. There's someone further down the pack. That could have been Ashley Sharp. I'm not sure. It could, yeah, I think no. It was Adam Piper, I believe. Down through on Rouge, down up on Rouge and through to sideways action there by Ashley Sharp. Managed to hold that position there. So far, Xavier McIntosh holding that line, but John Thompson right up behind it. Don't know if he can take anything in the slip heading into this next set of corners to Lacoombs. Lovely dive bomb there by Ethan Graham, doing a sterling job holding that point there. Someone's run dreadfully wide. That was Liam New. He's just been reset as they tried to cut across Shadow Realm. It would be a call-in. Let's see if that was him at the very back. Unfortunately, that is him there. How's our new contender doing? That is Chris Clements, round the back of the pack in 9th at the moment, and it does seem to be split into 2 packs at the moment. We have got from 5th backwards in a mini pack fighting for those positions, and then the front pack here of Rob Showler, John Thompson, Ethan Graham and Xavier McIntosh, who's at the front, all starting to spread out a little bit now. Hopefully it's not too much round Spa, but we'll kind of catch back up with the back where it seems to be a bit more scrappy. Liam Walsh holding his own and trying to take on Adam Piper, man with the elbows, and he just can't get past him at the moment. Taking a nice wide line there. Who was that trying to get up on the inside? And that was Katinaz, just trying to get around the inside there of Ashley Sharp. And Ashley Sharp, yeah, he's been pushed back down into 7th. He's possibly going to lose that position also to Chris Clements in 8th position, but he is on the outside as they head round the corner. Really fast, sweeping right hand here, and as they head down towards the bus stop, really sharp hairpin, and see how everyone gets on. No dive bombs done quite yet, all nice and tidy, but how's it changed up front? Not too much. John Thompson and Rob Schauer. That gap spreading there. Schauer just out of slipstream range. John Thompson making sure he stays in as they go around La Source, down the hill towards En Bruges and Radion. See if they can go flat out through here. They can do. These cars hold beautifully up through En Bruges and Radion there. Maximum power, and it is all about the slipstream for this race. Long track, long straights, slipstream it is, and outside the inside he goes. Who's that there? That is, oh no, that is Xavier McIntosh, just holding that inside line there, trying to defend himself against Ethan Graham, getting all a bit out of shape there, but Ethan not close enough to be able to pounce just yet. John Thompson right up behind him as they head down into the corner. I can never pronounce correctly, the Brussels, I'm going to call it Brussels, why not? Beauchalet. I've never been good at French. Flash of the lights there by Ethan Graham, do love that, giving a bit of a cameo in his second position. Xavier giving a little wiggle there, trying to make sure that no one's feeling adventurous to just dive up on the inside as they head round and towards, let me a second here, there we go, head round and towards the Fagnes and down towards campus. Ethan Graham there managing to just push his way up into first position, and I'd get excited about it, but this is a long race. 20 minutes, 15 minutes of that left, and plenty of time for slipstream abuse to be taken. Let's see how the backpack are doing. Catch back up, it is still Adam Piper leading that, and he's actually pulled away a bit of a gap there, 1.1 seconds from Ashley Sharp, who's now up into 6th, and there is Katinas behind him in 7th. Chris Clements in 8th. What's happened to Liam Walsh? He's dropped down to 9th, with a gap between him and Liam New in 10th position. So let's see if these guys can do any catching up through the source. And oh dear, Ashley Sharp. He is a man never in good luck in these races. He does seem to, I didn't know if that was a push or what's happened there, but he's gone. And that's pushed him back down to 10th, giving everyone a shunt back up. So Katinas now in 6th. And he's going to want to see if he can close that gap down between him and Adam Piper. Adam Piper now very close to Ethan Graham. And he's not lucked out very well at all there, because he was in first, now he's dropped down to 4th with a good 1.2 second gap between him and the rest of the other guys. So he's going to do a lot of work, and it's 3 wide going into the Coops. The 2 AXR teammates working together. Xavier first, Schauer second. John Thompson will not disrupt this, get in the middle of the 2, not give them any fun. Down they go. Around Brussels, I don't know, let me know in the comments. I'm butchering it, I can't tell you how to pronounce it correctly. French was never my strong suit. Evening guys in the chat, how's everyone doing? Evening. Here we are, heading down into Lafargues. Fagnes and into campus. Nothing changed too much still. The AXR drivers in first and second, but Ethan Graham has closed that gap, and he is close behind John Thompson in 4th. Now has Adam Piper been able to follow his coattails? Not as much, but the gap is closing. Just a second now. It was 1.2 seconds beforehand. Excuse me, hiccups kicking in. Katinas also wanted to close down that gap and catch back up to the top runners. And looky, our new guy Chris Clements has made his way up into 7th here. So good driving by him there. I don't know what's happened with, oh no, Liam New just taking a horrible corner. Everyone going right, oh dear, all go wrong with the back 3 at the bus stop there. And just all change around. It's now Ashley Sharp back up into 8th, Liam into 9th, and Walsh into 10th. It's going to be these 3 scrapping away to the bitter end there. Liam Don't know what's happened. He's got a bit of a gap there between those two. Don't know how he's managed to make that quite the case, but here's Sharp and Liam New, who's going to be battling for the foreseeable, as they do have an 8-second gap between him and 7th place Chris Clements. Excuse me, Chris Clements. So here we go. Everything hotting up for this corner into Lagoons. John Thompson wanted to disrupt the party, and he has done. It's now Showler up into first, John Thompson second, Xavier McIntosh third, and Rotary still not managed to move out of fourth just yet. Why is everything changing? I don't know. My controller seems to be going a bit haywire. For the time being, it is Showler, John Thompson, and then McIntosh. Graham is still fourth, and it is then Katinas in fifth. Adam Piper up into sixth, and then Chris Clements in seventh. And it is actually keeping really tight compact now. Lap 4, 11 minutes in. Realistically, we're only going to get maybe 10 laps of this race. If we're lucky, maybe even 9. It's a long track, and it's going to take them over 2 minutes each time. We haven't got 20 minutes, so my math works out about 9, maybe 10 laps. We are on lap 4 now with 11 minutes to go. Lap 5 coming up. Rob Showler trying to extend that lead, trying to get himself out of slipstream range, not quite done so. 1.4 seconds for him. John Thompson behind him with Xavier McIntosh right up behind him. And the train is all a go-go as we head down towards the bus stop, and it is inside line being looked by John Thompson. No, not quite yet. He got punted there. I don't know what happened, but there was some form of punt. I don't know if it was accidental. Oh, there's a punt, unfortunately, again, as he rejoins the track. Chris Clements getting the worst end of that, and it was... Who was it at the back of that? I'm going to assume it was Xavier McIntosh with a bit of late braking and accidentally just punting John Thompson there, and that's pushed him all the way back down into 7th at the back of that pack, so the podium position is away from him for the time being. John Thompson now back down into 5th, and there's people all over the place. Adam Piper was that? I think it was Adam Piper getting all squirrely going down the hill towards En Rouge. Clements now up into 3rd. Not a bad shout for his second race in the GT86. Let's see if he can catch up to first and second. Ethan Graham now managing to sneak his first position, defend that line on the inside. Rob Showler wants to see what he can do. He can't do too much. Ethan just jumping back wide to try and take as much speed for that corner as possible. What has happened there? Katinas just saying nothing in the chat. He's unfortunately dropped back to 7th. I don't know what's going on. It's getting all a bit haywire at this point. They keep up with the front top 2. Bit of a gap between them, and the fight right now is between Adam Piper and Chris Clements, with a sprinkle of Xavier McIntosh ready to pounce on any manoeuvres which have been going wrong between those two as they head down into these S's. Hug that tight on both sides, chuck it round, keep that momentum going down towards camps. And all starting to stretch out for the time being. Not much going on. Let's see what's going on with the backpack. Leon Walsh still in 10th, but Ashley Sharp not too far away from him there as he takes that corner a bit wide, and that's going to give Leon a better run out of that corner, and he can probably close that gap down with the slip and the long run down towards the bus stop. Liam New there, safe distance for the time being. And what is happening through this, oh my days, absolute carnage through that bus stop. What is going on? Still Rotary in first position, still Showler in second, but it's all changing behind as John Thompson's now third, but he's got to get challenged for that. No, Adam Piper's not going to stick his nose down through La Source quite yet, but he's going to keep his presence known as they head down towards Radion. Sorry, En Rouge. John Thompson inside line, but he's got to watch out for Adam Piper now. He catches him there, just pushes him wide, and all day he catches him back. through Radion, so it's a bit tit for tat there, and the places are held, but everyone behind him is starting to bunch up. They're going to take advantage of that slip. John Thompson still holding on to third. Adam Piper currently technically in fourth, no, in fifth, and he's lost that out to Chris Clements. Xavier McIntosh in sixth there. Wants to see if he can get past Elbows Piper. Can't do at the moment. They head down towards Brussels. And down round those corner, down towards Double Gaucher. Which, if you're French, let me know what it means in the chat. I ain't got a clue. Right. Through first. Managed to take that spot from Ethan Graham. For the time being, there is 6 minutes and 30 seconds left here. Ethan just trying to make his presence known, trying to get that inside line, trying to put Schauler off as much as he can, but the AXR driver doing very well, not being fazed by it at all. And here comes Ethan, he's making his charge down, and will he try and stick his nose out in front as they head down towards the bus stop, sticking with these top guys at the moment. And he has got the inside line, heavy braking they go. And all contact there. Ethan just does manage to nudge him through, and that's pushed him back down to. That's pushed him up to second. Unfortunately, that has then pushed Groot down into third, and John Thompson's now up into second. And it is still Chris Clements who is in fourth, but wants to see what he can do round the outside here, down on Rouge, and he's in theory got that third spot from. Yes, he has, from Rob Schauler. Rob Schauler can't do much at this point, just has to hold his line, see what he can do up through Radion. See if they can take advantage of this slip. AXR boys are going to feel a bit hard done by. There has definitely been a bit of door slapping and shoving going in here as Chris makes his manoeuvre down onto the inside, wants to see if he can take that second position away from John Thompson. John Thompson just knowing he's going to prefer to give up that spot, possibly get the spot back in another slipstream manoeuvre later on, so that pushes Chris up into second position. For the time being though, Ethan Graham is in first, and action is all behind him. Clements second, Thompson third, Schauler fourth, Piper fifth, Xavier McIntosh sixth. Where is Katinaz? Unfortunately for him, he's nearly 3 seconds behind that lot. Having his own race here, trying to see if he can just put some real good times in clean air and catch back up to that lot in the last 4 minutes. Not sure what can be done, but good luck to him. Liam New is there in 8th. 6.6 seconds between him and Katinaz in 7th, and then also half as well, nearly a second between him and currently Liam Walsh in 9th position. Ashley Sharp down in 10th for the time being. Not his race today again. Let's catch back up to first, as Ethan Graham is still first, but that slip is being done, and here we go. Look out, Chris Clements making his manoeuvre done. He's got up on the inside here, but does not hold the right line going in towards the bus stop. That is Ethan Graham holding the inside line here. Everyone playing it a bit safe, and that is Rob Schauler. There we go, pushing back up into third by John Thompson. Probably one of the cleanest runs through the bus stop we've had so far in this race. Here we go. And we're going to dive up on the inside into Rouge. Not quite yet. Oh yes it is. Rob Schauler goes for that manoeuvre, tries to hold that third, secure it. He has done. Can't wait for that camera angle to change as they head down the hill towards Rouge. And it is Schauler. Can Adam Piper do anything here? No. And there we go, John Thompson taking far too much grass on the way up the hill through Radion there, and that's going to lose him some time. Xavier McIntosh going to capitalise on that slip and see if he can make any manoeuvres there. Adam trying to fakey. Schauler, no go by that manoeuvre. did not see that happen, but Chris Clements has actually made his way past Ethan Gray and up into first position here. So already trying to challenge for his very first podium position with only 2 minutes left of this race. We're going to get one more lap out of this, so 9 laps is going to be. So this is the penultimate lap. Ethan Graham will have to be wary of people behind him, want to take that second position, but also wants to try and keep that distance between him and first position with Mr. Clements as close as possible to take advantage of the slip as they head onto the back straight soon through the left-right. And then he dives for the time being. No, everyone trying to stay nice and tight. Take advantage of this back straight. Here we go. What can be done? Clements got a nice gap there between him and Ethan Graham, but it is Slipstream City here, and that gap is closing dramatically. And there he goes. Ethan pushes a bit wide with that last corner there, gets shoved back, and he then knocks into Showler. Showler gets there, so he's in the middle of this as they head down into the bus stop here. It's all going to go wrong. Showler getting shoved there by Ethan Graham. They hold that position, and it was Chris Clements that's come out the top from all of that there. Adam Piper second, and Rob Showler managed to hold on to third. And fair play to him to do that. No, he has dropped down to fourth because it is John Thompson in the inside here into the source. And he's got that position. Adam Piper's not going to want to let go of that, but Rob Showler wants to take that position back as they race down now between John Thompson and Showler towards En Rouge. He's going to have to drop that position back. Not much can be done here. John Thompson wants to see if he can take a second here as he keeps right up behind Adam Piper, and is definitely going to take advantage of that slip down here on the Kennel Straight. And what has happened to the rest here? Showler's in fourth. He's going to try and take that position away from John Thompson. He has done. What a dive into Lacombe's. And that's pushed John Thompson back down into fourth. And what's happened to Xavier McIntosh? He is fifth. We've got Ethan Graham back down in sixth. And Cantinaz in seventh. He has caught back up to this crowd on this last lap. But it is all here at the front. And Adam Piper trying to get as much speed out of that corner as possible as they head down towards the double. Keeping that point free of the gap as much as possible as they can take advantage of this on the back straight. Heading down towards Wagner's. And it is all go in towards campus. Out through Sablon. Onto the Corbin Frere. Corbin Porphyry. I don't know if I'm butchering it. I can't speak French. But at the moment, it's side by side for Piper and Showler. Piper does have the inside line going here, but if Showler can hold it, he'll have the inside line going into the bus stop, or he has a good plan to attack it. It's all going to come down to this last corner. What's going to happen? Adam Piper diving on the inside. Oh, he's gone around the outside of it there. Chris Clements, but he's pushed too hard. He's lost places. Chris Clements still holding on to that first. Oh, no! Oh, people being turned on that last corner. That is definitely going to be some adjudicators there. Clements getting his first victory. Piper second. That was Ethan Graham managed to take the third position there. And Cantinaz fourth. John Thompson fifth. And what has happened there with the AXR drivers, that is Xavier McIntosh sixth and Showler seventh. Definitely going to have to be some replays and investigations what's going on. What happened with the backlog? We do have Liam New 8th. And I believe it was Sharp 9th and Liam Walsh 10th. Congratulations though to Chris Clements. First proper night with us. He's got his first victory, so good on that man. Let's have a look and see what's going on here. Chat is starting to light up. I'm going to check out what it's saying on my side here. much being said at the moment. I'm going to leave you with the race results for the time being, as I've got half this stuff set up from where I started late. Let's see what happens. Oh dear, some fighting talk in the chat. A bit of shoving the poke. Shoving has not gone down well. Well, we'll see what's going on. There has to be a review of the results of this. But for the time being, I'm going to leave you with this while I just get my drink restocked. Reverse order. We're waiting for the lights to go green. Give me the green lights. God, this is tempting. There we go. And they're off. I don't know what has happened to Leon Walsh, but he is just not started at all. And unfortunately, that sent a lot of people all over the place. Adam Piper being the worst of them there. He took a hit to the back end of, unfortunately, Leon Walsh, and all gone wrong for him there. So poor Leon, I don't know what's happened to him, but that has left Anthony Sharp currently in first position, heading down. And now this is a night race. This is in theory 8 o'clock at night. So possibly a little slippier, possibly not as much grip as we did have before. Still lots of track for slipstream to happen. Ashley Sharp holding that first position, and hopefully for the whole race, Ashley. I'm crossing every appendage for you, my man. Watch out for Rob Showler diving up the inside there on Liam New, trying to take that second position, nudging him in, trying to hold that spot, but Liam defending away. Then we've got AXR, the two XR drivers in third and fourth. That is Xavier McIntosh in fourth position there. John Thompson in fifth. Clements already up into sixth position. And oh, look at that. That was definitely Showler managing to dive up on the inside of, what was that? That was on the inside of Liam New then. That just pushed him out, and that's got both of the AXR drivers now up into third and fourth, second and third. Liam's dropped down to fourth. And John Thompson behind him there. Like I said, Chris Clements currently in sixth, then Katinaz in seventh, right behind him there, but it's all punched up. Then you've got Ethan Graham in eighth, and then Adam Piper in ninth, trying to catch back up. I don't know who we have lost. We have lost someone, because there was 10. Oh no, we still have it. Leo Walsh at the back there, catching back up. I don't know if he had disappeared on us. Let's see how we get on here. Ashley Sharp holding a real good line here as they start heading down the back straight. Good little distance, good little gap. It means that you can fend off the slipstream for as long as possible, but let's be fair, it's not long enough to fend it off down into the bus stop. Ashley trying to hold the inside line here to defend everyone. Let's see how it all goes. He's into second, and it is Showler managed to go around the outside, but he's pushed too hard. And that has dropped him for second, and unfortunately he then got in the way of his teammate, which was Xavier McIntosh. Xavier McIntosh gave him a bit of a bump and carried on, and Liam New, unfortunately again, was the worst of that situation, just got hit on the side and got pushed out again. That dropped him back to fifth position. That does now mean the race winner from race 7 or race 1 tonight, Chris Clements, is now up into fourth. Watch this guy, ladies and gentlemen. He has come out of nowhere. I know he's part of the BTCC League with a full throttle racing with us on the Tuesday nights, but new to the cup scene, and he's definitely making an imprint, already up into fourth position. Remember, reverse order, so he would have been starting from the back of the pack. Looking further back, Liam New here in fifth, trying to keep up with the front pack, and then we've got a little gap to Ethan Graham, John Thompson, Katinaz, and I believe Adam Piper, who's just behind him. Unfortunately, Leon has got a little bit of a gap to catch back up. At the moment, it's 3.1 seconds. He can do it. He's just got to keep focused. Don't let the red mist take over him too much as of yet. Apologies for my games. Wanted to update while I'm doing the live stream, everybody. And that is Showler actually doing a sterling effort here. Trying to... he's got into first position. That is him and Xavier McIntosh getting to first and second. And Showler, from the looks of it, has just got just enough of a gap, or did have just enough of a gap. Let's have to see what happens through these next few corners, because if he keeps up, he's just going to be just out of slipstream range for Xavier McIntosh, and with that, he's going to have that first position and start to gallop away with it, and it's going to then be a battle for the lower positions of second and third. Chris Clements up behind Xavier McIntosh at the moment, trying to get maximum points. Ethan Graham, feathers ruffled from race 1. Did a sterling effort, all got took away from him on the last lap. Again, pushed a bit too hard by Showler there, but enough space to not give in too much. There was some movement there. I think that was John Thompson now up into 6th. Ashley Sharp up into 5th now. Ethan Graham up into 4th, and it's going to be into La Source they go. Inside line by Ethan Graham. He's taken that 3rd position, and that is Chris Clements up into 2nd. That does put Xavier McIntosh back to 4th. Down the hill they go towards En Rouge. What can be done here? Flat out they go, left, right, up, around, through Radion. Bit of a wiggle there by Clements. And it's who's going to make the move on who? Is it going to be McIntosh on Graham? Is it going to be Graham on Clements? Nothing for the time being. The train stays focused. And into the Coombs they go. That gap that Rob Schauler did have in first has definitely shrank down now, with Chris trying to take that 2nd podium position for his, well, let's say first proper outing with the with us. He did join us for race 6, I believe, last week. Was not there for race 5, so this is his first full night with us, and already got 1 podium, and it looks like he could have a 2nd. Let's see if that 2nd is going to be a 1st position. Ethan Graham trying to take advantage of the slip, but also get the widest line possible as he goes around that corner. It has not worked out in his favour quite there. Holding on to that 3rd, but potentially losing it to Xavier McIntosh. Maybe Xavier getting a bit of a shove there. Getting pushed wide. I don't know if Ethan been meant to do that or saw him. Xavier not coming good from that little altercation. Has left it down in 4th, and they're all bunched up behind him here. That is Xavier. Then you've got Sharp, followed by Thompson, then followed by Katinaz, and in the background there you can see Adam Piper. We're going to see how they're all going to break down into this first corner. Schauler trying to defend off into the bus stop, and Graham trying to go around the outside. He has done. Oh, what that is! An amazing manoeuvre has gone past Schauler round the inside of the bus stop. That has pushed Schauler down into 3rd, and that is then Chris up into 2nd. Schauler not quite able to pull back into the source quite yet. And we have got movement behind us there. That is Sharp dropping back down into, oh dear, that is where's Charlie. He's dropped down into 8th position, pushing Adam Piper now up into 5th, Liam New into 6th, and John Thompson to 7th. Katinaz unfortunately still at the back there at 9th. Oh dear, that's going to be definite over the lines there, so I don't know if any penalty points are going to be given. I'm not sure what the actual track limits are set for this race. Let's see, it is too wide into the Coombs. I think Graham pulled out last minute there to make sure it was safe, but he's holding on to that 2nd position. Does not want to let that gap between him and first get much bigger though, 1.6 seconds. And it is also a similar size gap between him and 3rd position. Rob Schauler in 3rd, teammate Xavier McIntosh in 4th, just behind him. Just behind him. They may try and work together here to see if they can do some bump drafts. So they go around the double and down towards the S's. Adam Piper there, maybe have a little nosy. No, he's not going to. Just want to spook McIntosh a little bit. McIntosh not really too phased. I don't know if he wants to try and a bit of a run wide there by Liam New, but I don't know if McIntosh wants to try and get past his teammate here. May have a little bit more pace on him, but I can't tell. Right, side by side onto the back straight. That is Clements up into 1st position. Graham in 2nd, but Graham does have the outside line, which doesn't mean anything at the moment, but does mean something when it comes to the bus stop. Is there going to be, how is everyone positioning? Chris defending himself on the inside line there. Ethan Graham going around the outside again, trying to do that manoeuvre there. He worked on Rob Schauler and is pulled off again and back up into 1st. That is some excellent control under heavy braking around those 2 corners there. Not good corners to be able to make that manoeuvre on. It's not easy. So credit where credit is due. He's done so, and Clements is right up back behind him there. Right. Let's look at the rest of the pack and see how everything's going on. Schauler still third, and Piper now up in between. Schauler and McIntosh in fourth. It is side by side as they go up. Walker through on Rouge and up for Radion. Bit of door action. And Adam Piper just saying no to that re-entry onto the track there by Xavier McIntosh. And the person who's going to try and get away from all of this is Liam Hughes. Got the slip on all of them. Might go around the outside into the coops here. Yes, he has done. And that was a fourth note. That's absolutely mucked up the second corner. That's dropped it back to sixth. And that's kept Adam Piper in fourth for the time being. Clements, though, not worked out well for him. He's dropped back down into third, and that is Ethan Graham first, and then now Rob Schauler into second. So much going on, you can't keep up. And a good half-second gap there between first and second position, and nearly a half-second gap between second and third. Adam Piper there. Fourth, sorry. Little moment of freeze in my brain, and then we can see that is Katina has dived up the inside of John Thompson there, trying to get that 7th position. Well done, that man. He's going to then want to try and make another manoeuvre on Liam New, who's currently in 2nd, and get back up into the higher points. Currently in the top standings of the championship, wants to try and keep as much points as he can do going in, as we have got a new contender in the form of Chris Clements here, trying to take maximum points where he can. He's now back up into first position, with Rob Schauler still holding on to second. Ethan Graham back down into third. How are they going to take it into the bus stop? Ethan Graham, yeah, nothing too much change there. You did have Xavier McIntosh on the outside, who then lost out to Adam Piper, who's now up into fourth position. Liam New in third, Katina still in 7th as they head down into the source. No changes for the time being. 7 minutes left, or just under 8 minutes left, let's say. And we have got Chris back in front, heading up on Rouge. Down from Radion on to the Kemmel Straight, and it is side by side with him and Rob Schauler. Rob Schauler does have the slip on him, does take that first position, and Chris is just going to try and stick back in, but hold that inside line. He couldn't do anything to the Coops. No, he's not for the time being. Second place done for Chris Clements, and could he lose this out to Ethan Graham there? It's ready to pounce. No, but not a good section there for Schauler, because he's not pulled away too much. He's left the inside line open to Chris Clements there. Chris Clements going to take that first position back, but then Schauler still got the inside line into the next corner, so all heading down here towards the double, and through all of that mayhem, and that is mayhem, we have Ethan Graham, who's now dropped down to fourth, and Xavier McIntosh up into third. Adam Piper still holding up into the top 5 position in 5th. We got Katinaz in 7th, trying to still take that position back from Liam New. Liam New doing a sterling effort there, defending against the likes of Katinaz, who's proven that he's more than capable. So nothing quite yet, and as they head back down to the back straight, what are we going to see? Schauler being helped out by a teammate there, possibly, because there is a good Neil. He's nearly out of slipstream range, but it's enough, I think, to keep him completely clear as they head down to bus stop. So the real fight here is going to be for second. Chris Clements wants to looking to hold that inside line. Ethan Graham, not much he can do, he's going to have to slot back in behind all of them. Pretty tidy through there for the time being. Liam New not getting bullied for all that position. Katinas just have to hold on to that 7th for the time being still as well. And there we go into the source. Heavy braking here as they turn in. Schauler, McIntosh, Clements, Graham, Piper, and I believe, oh, he has taken it. Katinas, he's done it into the source. He's done it from New. New drop back down to 7th, and then John Thompson in 8th. Ashley Sharp in 9th, and then Leon Walsh. Unfortunately, he's not managed to close that gap down to the rest of the pack here. So it has just been him, mainly this race by himself. The rest of the pack have been all in there. Right, here we go. The two XR drivers working together here. Can anything happen? No. For some reason, Martinez was quite happy to let him bug draft down the Kimmel straight there as they head down into Brussels. And a bit of a gap opening up between third place and fourth place with Clements and Graham. Clements here wants to see if he can get a better podium than he's currently got. Who went a bit wide there? I think that was Liam New. That was Liam New, but can John Thompson get anything back on it? No, he can't as of yet. Let's stay on board with Clements for the time being. So I can't see McIntosh doing anything to really threaten his teammate at the moment. Into the back straight they go. If he's going to be able to do anything, this is the place that he's going to be able to do it. And that was Martinez running stupidly wide in the background there, hoping he's not going to lose too many positions. He hasn't done, still in 6th, Adam Piper 5th, Ethan Graham 4th, Clements 3rd, and Saviour. What's he going to do here? Into the bus stop they go. He has got the inside line here, but he's going to fend off, and that is Chris Clements around the outside, so he can lose out that second position. He has done. Chris is up into 2nd there. Adam Piper wants to muscle in on the duty as well. He has done a bit of shoving there. That has pushed him nearly into 3rd, but Saviour still managed to hold him off for the time being. Here we go into the source, and Ethan Graham there diving into the source has taken that 3rd position back up on pretty much the penultimate lap. We know we can only do 9, so penultimate lap it is. 3rd position he has got. Saviour now down into 4th. Adam Piper want to see if he can get any more points, and he has a very persistent Mr. Piper right up behind him. Very much a level playing field here. 2 splits here, and oh dear, this is going to go all types of wrong. Ethan Graham in the middle of these two, backed out a little bit. He's going to have to hold on to that 3rd position for the time being. Chris still in 2nd. Schauler still up into 1st. And we do have McIntosh in 4th, Adam Piper in 5th still. No manoeuvre, not much difference in the back end. We still have Liam New 7th. John Thompson 8th, I believe that is actually sharp 90s is. That will leave Walsh in 10th position there, still on board with Ethan Graham. As they go through the double, keeping it really tight behind Chris here. And he knows he's only got this next back straight and then the lap after to really do anything to this driver and capitalise on it. But what you can do in one lap can also be done back to you on the next, so tactical thinking's going to have to be done here. He is currently the top of the championship, and he's, oh, Adam Piper going, oh dear, going onto the gravel there. That has pushed Martinez, and then unfortunately then there's been some more shoving, that has then pushed John Thompson. So what has happened from all of that? Adam Piper down into 10th, Leon Walsh up into 9th, Sharp 8th, Martinez now 7th, Liam New into 6th, John Thompson up into 5th. That's a brilliant manoeuvre, and here we go into the bus stop. Ethan trying to get that 2nd position round the outside, that he does so well. Oh dear, what is going on in that bus stop there? Late braking and a bad turn onto track there by Martinez. It's just completely T-boned somebody. Going to stick with the front 4 as they battle away. Ethan did have that 2nd position, but gave it up for the source, and that's dropped him back down to 3rd. Chris Clements there, now back up into 2nd. Xavier McIntosh right behind him. How much of a gap does Schauler have? Not much. Only 0.4 of a second as they head down onto the Kimmel straight. Everyone down onto the right hand side. Schauler defending. Chris managing to get up into the slip and going round there. That has been really good. Oh, lovely work there, but he's gone off the track a bit, and that's kept him in first position. No, into second. Schauler's still going on there. I don't know what's happened to Ethan Graham, but he's unfortunately dropped back down to fourth. So much going on. We've lost Adam Piper. I don't know what's happened to Adam Piper there. Possibly a bit of a rage quit. And oh dear. Oh, Chris. Oh, Chris. He's gone off. And thankfully, he didn't manage to catch too many people getting back on the track. And then if he did manage to catch, just tap a little bit of Xavier McIntosh, as he's now got a bit of a gap between him and Rotary up in the second. So it is going to be Rotary and Schauler. Sorry, Graham and Schauler. So they head down into the S's now. Ethan Graham trying to give a little nudge in that second S, trying to spook Schauler, trying to get his nose through where he can and see what can be done on this back straight, as there is no gap at all. 0.2 of a second, that will be nothing as they head down to Willer. He's already making his stake of claim on the inside there. He has done, he has up into first for the time being, but that does leave the inside line for the bus stop open. What's going to happen? Schauler running very wide there. Graham McIntosh currently in third. He's been knocked there by Chris, and that has sent him into fourth. Chris now up into third. Schauler up into second. Oh no, he's been spanned. So we have got Ethan Graham first. What's going to happen for the second position? Oh, John Thompson, second position out of nowhere. Then there is McIntosh in third. Liam New in fourth. And Katina's fifth, Sharp in sixth, Schauler unfortunately getting seventh there, Placenta in eighth, and then Chris Clements has gone. How has he ended up in ninth? I don't know what's happened there. Right, lots of manoeuvring, but well done to that man there, holding a podium and hopefully collecting another 25 to secure his championship lead. Yeah, I think that was. Oh dear, I reckon that was, from the looks of that there, contact with Mr. Clements that sent Adam Piper off, and he just decided, you know what, I've had enough for tonight. Well, there will definitely be some work for Mr. Sharp with Stewart's inquiries over the next 24 hours. But what a night at Spa it has been. Guys, I hope you've enjoyed it. If you have, hit that like button, hit the share button, and hit the subscribe to see more craziness from Full Throttle Racing. We are back next week. Let's see where we are. Just pulling up that track now. Give me 2 seconds. Oh, we're at Brands Hatch next week. Back to Blighty. We do love it. I do love Brands Hatch. It is the GP circuit as well. So we'll be going through Dingledale and all types of naughtiness. We've seen a bit of shoving and poking in this match, or this race, poor blimeys, we're definitely going to see it next week. But from me, Taxi Man, and from the guys at Full Throttle Racing, it is good night. Have a good one. Lordy.